Peace. Happy now, of course. I want to share this little parable from Zen Flesh and Zen Bones. Matter of fact, in light of the video I made recently about Veterans Day, because I also had to give a ashe out to, the veterans of the spiritual warfare. The soldiers that have eternally, been dealing with this spiritual warfare in essence. But I want to share this parable right quick. Not say parable, but this story. Once a division of the Japanese army was engaged in a sham battle, and some of the officers found it necessary to make their headquarters in Gasan's temple. Gasan told his cook, "Let the officers have only the same simple fare we eat." This made the army men angry, as they were used to very differential treatment. One came to Gasan and said, Who do you think we are? We are soldiers, sacrificing our lives for our country. Why don't you treat us accordingly?" Then Gasan answered sternly back, Who do you think we are? We are soldiers of humanity, aiming to save all sentient beings. So in other words, again, soldiers of light, there's a spiritual warfare going on, and everything happens on an energetic level before it happens physically. So just as much as a person that's in the physical army, matter of fact, and not to even get into depth in how they got these false flag operations like Operation Northwood and Gulf of Tonkin, but whereas a situation where, again, don't forget about the soldiers on the battlefield of the on the spiritual warfare battlefield, on the spiritual battlefield, and that's what this kind of points to. And again, I'm gonna read it one more time. Once a division of the Japanese army was engaged in a sham battle, and some of the officers found it necessary to make their headquarters in Gasan's temple. Gasan told his cook, "Let the officers have only the same fare we eat." This made the army men angry, as they were used to very differential treatment. One came to Gasan and said, "Who do you think we are? We are soldiers, sacrificing our lives for our country. Why don't you treat us accordingly?" And matter of fact, I'm gonna stop right there with that, like, again, that ego of like this American, how can I say? Because matter of fact, this vibe of like again, having, I ain't gonna say ego, because that's more so of a, I gotta say, arrogance, and not necessarily ego, but like this arrogance of, but what I'm kind of getting at is like this arrogance in the egoic mind that America creates, or just any type of armies create, like, oh yeah, you as if by fighting these wars, you are privy to something more than the next, in essence. But again, is when you think about warfare, is also spiritual warfare being fought. When you think about, like, me sacrificing, not working no 9 to 5 all the time, and doing certain things just to help out humanity. By me sitting here reading these books all the time, I'm sacrificing myself. So for one person, again, that's how you, and two, to just be open-minded on all levels. Because again, just how when I did that video, like even though speaking on how some wars like had secret agendas, still not looking at because some soldiers had no idea of that, so they were just going into war because going along with what so and so told them. Matter of fact, that goes to that quote where it was like I've forgotten that book, where it's like, you follow people, damn, and they'll push you into atrocities. But like, you gotta being aware of your situation. But again, damn, that's why I came in my I wanted to bring something in that, something else in as well. It'll come. I guess that's basically it. But just again, I guess just to say, having reverence and respect for each other, but definitely not to definitely let it be known that, man, there are soldiers, fighting in the spiritual warfare as well, you know. Matter of fact, again, that's why in that video I gave our shout out to Tupac, Gil Scott Heron, you know, certain being. Matter of fact, I forgot to give one out to him, but JFK, you know, because regardless of his suit, his body suit wasn't melanated to the eyes, you know, he definitely was moving with the energy, you know, nonetheless. So I say for, you know, whatever he spoke up for as well, you know, because he's a veteran, you know, again in the spiritual warfare, you know, that soul was familiar to that battle, you know, just like our souls are familiar to this battle, and we veterans, you know. So don't forget about the veteran soldiers in this spiritual warfare. But that's basically it. Peace, y'all. Happy now.